Blessings to y'all. This is Brother Shine. This episode is called the Brown Black Race is Killing Ourselves. Today I'm going to kind of give some form of influence, and in the end, I think I'm going to read a scripture because I want to make sure that's mandatory to say a scripture at the end, and so we'll get on with the episode right now. It seems to be, this is August 2017. Seems to be a lot of murders in the urban black community. Also the country, I've noticed, because I've been actually watching some of the videos that the channels are displaying out there, and it's pretty sad, man. It really is. And as far as getting on the subject of the urban area, it kind of gets me pissed off because the stupidity that, us brown people, we live in, if we don't pay attention right now, we living in self-destruction, to be honest with you. We intend on blaming other races and other people for our situations. If you really look at it, okay, and you go into history, we were the first ones put ourselves into slavery. Our people put us in slavery, sold us out for a few physical objects and things that did not last long, and it not only put some sort of, we kind of in a way cursed ourselves to a point, and now today continuously we're putting ourselves on the front line of it's not, I'm not going to say distinct, but it's like we're losing a lot of bad fruit day by day, which is, it has to happen, because there's no way for things to get righteous and the way things to get right for these individuals and these type of people with the mentality that they have to continue on living on the planet, not just from black race, but other races as well. The negativity that, people are carrying amongst themselves is not, it cannot continue on. The violence continues, now it's like, especially this week, this is I think around 11th this is 11th Friday of August 2017. There's been massive amount of videos where female black women are actually there attacking each other, just out of control. Nowadays, it's like you can't say things to your own people. They take things a little too far sometimes because, the education. A lot of people turn on, blaming that thing, but you gotta really look who's standing in front of the mirror. It's yourself. So you have to really try to avoid all that, what they're not teaching your kids and you in school, and take them matters in your own hand, just like you would do if you're quick to throw up a fist or fight. Matter in your own hands and start picking up these books. These people are not holding these books back yet. Until later maybe. But don't wait till the last moment to understand and look at, you're falling into the pits, man. You fall into the pits of hell. Your mind state is not correct. And the more and more they put you on television, and the more and more you can continue to act violent and show that you don't have no self-control for your own neighborhood and your own people and in your own life, you're allowing other people to come in and control your life for you. When are you going to get that? I don't know, and I hope it's quick and fast out there, man, because it's getting real serious. We're losing our women at a fast rate. You know, as far as it seems like we dislike each other. You know, the women feels as though they want to go to the other side of the gender, and I mean the same side. I'm gonna say it that way, the same side, and just disapprove us men because of the behavior of a few individuals, and the fact that we continue to carry on like we don't have a creator on deck. I'm gonna say it like that. Maybe you'll listen if I keep it a little slang a little bit. It's like we just think we can just go around and do whatever we want. Okay? And when you continue thinking like that, the devil is going to take control of you. Chicago has mass killings. And that is one situation. You know? But to stay on topic, I mean, the children from ages 7 on up and even down is becoming violent. Like, because, and this is an example, we think somebody's being intelligent or somebody's being smart is a punk move, or it's a sucker move, or it ain't down, something's wrong there, man. I mean, really sit amongst yourself and think about that. Like, a lot of stupidity and things we say out of our mouth is really only leading to us to fall right in the pits, man. And when I say pits, it could be, if you want to take it as jail, then take it as jail. But it could be straight to the depths of hell. You know? Some of these fools don't realize, and I think to my point of, the way a lot of these kids are acting up these days is because they want to impress the person next to them. They don't want to do they don't want to live how they really feel, how they really feel. They want to impress the homie. They want to impress their neighbors. They want to impress people they went to school with. They don't want to sit and think for themselves or how I should just, let me leave this gun alone. I ain't trying to do 15, 20 years. No, let me go shoot this homie because this boy stepped on my foot. Or he said something to my girl. Or he disrespected this person. Or somebody owe me money, or it's like continuous stupidity, man. And if y'all really, you're living in America, and I don't know how y'all don't see it. Every state, who's killing themselves? Black and Latino men. The women are even doing it, but it's not so high as much as the men. I mean, if y'all keep this up, and then half of these fools, what kills me too, they get on these microphones and they rap and they make music and they say things on how they care about their child and this and that. How you care about your child when you got drugs in the house? You bringing fools through with guns on them, and then things break out. You don't know who got what type of beef or what's going on in the neighborhood. And then something goes on and everybody end up on TV, and then you wondering, oh my God, what happened? It's a tragic. And the cycle continues. Everybody's on the news in the neighborhood. Somebody's dead and buried. Nobody has no money or no nothing. Nobody knows what happened or why it happened. Nobody don't care. You just shot and dead. You're thrown away like waste, like trash. They used to hang us in the trees back then, our ancestors. And they still doing it to this day. And one Klansman, he got on Facebook not too long ago. And he did a long video, and he said he appreciated that we continue this killing ourselves. For the simple fact that we're doing the job for them. That's what they want. And how they have us doing it is through our mind. All they have to do is put knowledge down in our head, in our mind, to know what we are, where we came from. The knowledge of God, and know ourselves first. All they had to do was evaporate that. Keep us from going to school, picking up a book. And they got us. Now it's brother against brother, sister against sister. Left and right, from old heads to the youngest, against each other. You even got, don't never let nobody fool you and say, oh, he's this certain age, you should act your age, and all this other crap. I know 50, 60-year-old people that still act like the fools that's shooting in the street. The fools that's saying, oh, you stepped on my foot, instead of saying, okay, that's fine, you know, it was an accident, keep moving. No, these individuals are encouraging these teenagers to act the way they do. You can even see it on YouTube. They make videos 24 hours a day. They like in their 50s and 60 years old. Hard look to them. You can see where their mind didn't change. It's like now they up there, they judging any and everybody up there. Like they still not into that stuff. And once someone young sees this, oh, he's an OG. He's down. He hit. He hard. He hard on what level? If these fools are so hard and tough, why do we have problems amongst our nation, our own people? Some of the other sides, as far as nation of people, race of people, they come blending with the ignorance as well. Yeah, that's true. That's because there must be some type of highly influence amongst us that they enjoy or they like. And they start acting a fool. I think once we, if we straighten out, I think the rest of the world will straighten out. And a lot of beliefs people have, if you pay attention, like I said, look at these symbols. Look at the things they wear on their clothing. And you'll catch these individuals and these fools lying to you too. Because they stuck. Now, majority of the belief system is turning into individuals that's coming from gangs or the street corner, as well as I am. Okay? And now they're using that information as some tool to overtop other people instead of being humble. You don't have to show your face 24 hours a day. You don't have to look for attention. But they do. A lot of carjackings with the kids in it, man. Then you go and kill the passenger because he didn't give up a vehicle, a car, which is a material object. There's 1,000,001 cars out here. That goes to prove when you let a programmed mouse go loose that don't know shit, he act violent. And when he gets too violent, what do people do? They come and eliminate that individual or those group of people. I hope and I bless, man. I pray the Most High to Christ, man, that we get it together real quick before it starts to get way worse. We on the stages of the rumors of wars and nation against nation. People verbally saying things to other people. Nobody has respect for each other no more. No more love. It's less love. You most likely catch 5% of, not even 5%, maybe 4%, of people showing people love out here. Unless you have something, now they only give you love that you need through what you gave them. To me, man, I think it's getting bad. It got worse. We pile up in these Chinese stores day and night. We stand outside. We don't do nothing. We look hard at everybody driving past. We got an answer for everyone. How they look, how they dress, how their hair look. You know, what kind of music they play. How to smoke. We know everything else. But we can't do anything else to get ourselves together. And what's crazy, I'm speaking like this to this day because I came from the same environment in the same ways that I'm sure I hope some of these listeners are listening to. Now we on a electronic device day and night, setting up allegations against each other, spread more racism, you know, just like the Klan do. And it's videos towards each other so much that at a mass that it's a shame. There's a lot of women hating men videos out there, and I think I only see, from my point of view, my own people do this shit to each other. If y'all, when y'all wake up and really realize, man, neither one of us got shit. That's what I find funny. We may think we own our homes, we own our cars, we got all this and that. Let me tell you something, man. You were only given notes and certificates for a Pacific part until a Pacific time. And that's the truth. If you really think you got something and you overtop somebody else and everybody else, oh, you fools ain't got no cash, I get money, that's what I do, you know what I mean? This is how y'all talk. But when these fools are really ready to knock you back into reality, when you really start seeing the game, we ain't got shit. Okay? Now, if this was to change, and how I'm gonna give you, I hope y'all pay attention really good. If this was to change overnight, and everybody in the ghettos, all the ghettos and the projects and all the blocks, they just turn Chinese overnight. Everybody Chinese, ain't no black. And we take the place of Chinese people. How would we look at them? We look at them as there's something wrong with them. Yo, why they acting like that? My peoples ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? We upstandable, right people. We doing what we supposed to be doing. Our God ain't punish us. No, nobody want to see it that way. And you know what? The coon word that I be seeing they be putting on other people. The word been around for 100-something years at that. And everybody just keep repeating, like the word nigger. I think if you let that word affect you to this day, then you still slow and you still didn't get it. You know, I think there's a point where we supposed to leave the Flintstone words alone. You know, leave that in Stone Age. Come up with something better. Think from a different point of view. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people might not like what I say, but I have to say something because me personally, I can't just leave the planet. I'm sure other people felt this way that left the planet already, that did what they had to do. I can't just leave this planet without saying nothing. You know? It's like you sitting in a room full of rapists, okay? And there's only 3 guys that's not in tune with that crap. And the lady comes in with her 2 children and says, there's teenagers and say, oh, this person did this to my child late night after I just left the home. But I seen the person that did it and they sitting right there. And all they remember was a Pacific name, but they don't know the face. But I do. I know the person. You know, am I supposed to sit there if I'm in my righteous mind state and not say nothing. Some way, somehow, say something to this person. What fucks me up is, excuse me for cursing. I'm sorry that I had to get that one out. I tried to not have any cursing involved in this stuff. Sometimes cursing is just an example of a person's mind state is not um, on the urge of, have been corrected from his errors. So, excuse me for that. Day by day, we lose our families, man. Like I said, we don't even speak to each other. It's horrible. I'm not gonna say all of us do it, but collectively, and if it was on a mass scale, there would not be a lot of this violence going on. A lot of the brothers out here hurt. A lot of the sisters out here hurt. You know, from situations they had to grow up into. And it seems as though there's no way out because the violent thing. It's not a point where people are using violence as an excuse to get out of something. No, that's not that. When you're full of anger, but you're trying to live right and you're trying to go straight, there's always those group of people come around all of a sudden. And I can tell you this from experience. You can be in a peaceful state, and here come fools. And then when the fools keep continuously coming, the more you try to avoid it, you turn into one of those people. That's when they back off because they know they already changed you. Then later on down the line, majority of the time they come and they try to recruit you. Meaning hang around you. Do some type of illegal transaction with you or some type of something. But the stupidity, man, it is only killing us. Like I said, the way we speak to each other, the lack of communication. We don't even express our feelings. It has to be in a fit of rage. Or we're fan our hand at everything. We'll toot our lips up. We avoid good people. Like they used to do people used to do the Jehovah's Witness when they knocked on the door. They think that's a joke. They ain't even putting that in the movies. And I don't think it's right for you to avoid anyone that's coming with you with scriptures. Whatever their heart is, and their intent, the Most High will deal with that. As long as they coming with you with some form of positive information and scripture, hey, listen to them and hopefully it changes you, man. But y'all brothers, man, y'all brothers and sisters out there, y'all gotta wake up real quick, man. It's beginning to be too late, If you don't understand what I'm saying, and you know what, they put a lot of movies out, black movies back then, that was trying to give you warning. And one was Tales from the Hood. I'm sorry, Tales from the Hood. Boys in the Hood. There's a lot of movies, even some past old Denzel Washington movies. Um, there's a lot of movies, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna stick too much on my own all the time. There's a lot of other children that's Spanish and mixed in with white, mixed in with Asian, mixed in with Peruvian and all types of other people that's in the world. They got to once they come in the ghettos and these hoods and neighborhoods because of low income and this is the stuff that they blended in with, man. Y'all gotta stop using this "we ain't got no money" thing. If we start working together some way, somehow, and I'm sorry to say, just keep up the faith right now because the events that's going on in the world, but if y'all don't work together, man, and stop the bull crap, we're gonna drop like flies and be pushed into the fire. Man, wake up, man. For real. This is a scripture I'm gonna give you, which is going to be an outgoing. Okay, this is Colossians 3:3. If ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Okay? And this is 2. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth. Remember that, man. If you keep your, even Pac, even Tupac made a song. Keep your head up. The brother didn't say that for no reason. Keep your head in heavenly light, man. One thing's positive for your family and your community. I ain't gonna say your community, but because we intend on not having our own community centers and being control of that neighborhood. So I can't say like that, but let me just put it this way: if fools don't want you to wake up